Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So I thought for this week's YouTube video I would do another one of my probably favourite videos to film, and it's a weekly vlog but as the life of a knitter. So if you're a fan of my normal weekly vlogs and you like London content, seeing what's on in London, seeing cool places to go, things to do, you will enjoy this. But also if you're a knitter and you enjoy all things knitting and yarn, then I will keep you up to date with what I'm working on this week as well. We have plans to visit a yarn store, we are going to the theatre this weekend, we've got some really nice plans coming up over the next week, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I thought I'd kick off this vlog with a little bit of a yarn haul, my favourite type of haul, because this time last week I popped into the Beautiful Knitters store in Pimlico. I think this might be one of my favourite knitting stores in London. The yarn selection they have in there is so beautiful, and they also have a Knitting for Olive, which is a brand that I actually don't think I've seen in another London knitting store. I know that they carry it in the Oxford yarn shop, but that's in Oxford, not very local to me. So to see Knitting for Olive colours in real life, if you're a fan of that, definitely pop into the Beautiful Knitters store. But alongside Knitting for Olive, they have such a beautiful range of yarns, really stunning. And I am not gonna lie when I say I spent a couple of hours in that store last Friday browsing yarn and looking up patterns and chatting to the staff because they're all so lovely. And I made a little bit of a purchase, so I thought I would show you what I picked up. Firstly, I got this bag. It's just a nice tote bag and it's so roomy. It looks kind of small but it's so roomy. It has like a metal clasp and it says knitter on it, and I have been using this pretty much every day since I got it. It is such a nice size, fits all of my day-to-day stuff in there. And so yeah, I picked this up, but I also got a couple of kind of project quantities that I'm so excited to share. So first up, I have wanted this yarn for so long, ever since I saw Woozy by Celine use it in one of her patterns, and it's by one of my favourite yarn brands. So this is the BFL sock set. It's 4-ply fingering weight yarn and it comes in the perfect amount for a little sock set. It's got the main colour here, which is just so beautiful, and then you have like a little accent colour which is a nice pink, which you could use on the heel or the toe as kind of like an accent if you were knitting socks with this. I'm not going to be knitting socks with this, but I love the colours in this yarn. I love the pinks, I love the yellows, I love the blues. I just think this is like pretty much a dream yarn combination. So when I saw that they had this in store, I immediately added it to my basket. I have a plan for this. I'm going to be making Woozy by Celine's Evie hood, which she is also made using this exact same colourway. So I can't remember if I said the colourway. This is the shade Flora Day, and I can't stop looking at it. I almost don't want to use it because I just enjoy looking at this hank so much. But yeah, this hood is just so beautiful. They had a sample of it in store, so I got to try it on, and I loved it even more in person than I did in the sample pictures. It is just the most cozy, warm, oversized hood that you could combine with any outfit, under any coat. So I also picked up a mohair to use with this. I haven't swatched with this yet, so I'm not entirely sure this will work. I might end up going for something slightly more pink toned, but I thought I'd get this anyway. This is the Lang Yarns Lace Mohair Super Kid Silk, and I have been on a bit of a hunt recently to find a kind of mohair alternative, or a mohair that I can deal with, because I've got quite sensitive skin, especially around my shoulders. I'm very prone to eczema, and I've noticed that a lot of my hand knit jumpers that I've made really irritate my neck. So I've been on the hunt to find a mohair that is super soft against my skin, and I actually feel like this might be a really good contender. It's 58% mohair and 42% silk, so I think it's a higher silk content than other mohairs I've tried, which just means that it is the softest yarn. This was £13.75, but in 25 grams you get 310 meters, so that is a lot of yarn in here. I am going to hopefully be holding these two together to make the Evie hood cannot wait to cast that on. I also picked up an extra ball of Cremke Soul Wool Stellaris. If you've been watching my knitting podcast or my Instagram recently, you'll have seen that I used this exact yarn as a kind of strand of glitter in my Petite Knit Marbles sweater, but I was actually supposed to save this for a separate project, which is the Eve dress by Le Paul, which is the most amazing sequin mini dress that I cannot wait to make for this Christmas party season. Because I'd already accidentally used it for my marble sweater, I just repurchased another one to use with the sequin glitter, so really happy to have picked that up. In Beautiful Knitters, they have the most amazing cashmere selection. They have like a whole kind of chest full of beautiful cashmeres and also some samples that you can try on, and I tried a pair of fingerless mittens on and fell in love with both the pattern and the yarn that it was made from. So they are the Fugloy fingerless mittens by Kit Couture. I've never used Kit Couture, their yarns or their patterns before. I bought the cashmere that they used in that sample in the store. I really like the kind of delicate lace work on those gloves. They don't have the biggest shade range, but I did find one that I loved. So it's this, it's the Kit Couture cashmere, 100% cashmere. I got the shade 2406, which is a really pretty kind of dusky green blue. It looks quite blue on camera, but in real life it's more of like a dusky green, but I think it really suits my colorway. I feel like this will go with all of my coats. My winter coats tend to be either brown or black, and I just think a little pop of color with my fingerless gloves this autumn winter underneath my coats is just going to be so nice. And to be honest, the main thing that made me get this was how soft it is. It is potentially the softest yarn I've ever felt in my life. I cannot wait to knit these fingerless gloves up. I am so excited about this. So the owner of Beautiful Knitters is called Karen, and she is so knowledgeable when it comes to knitting. I feel like she's been knitting her whole life. She's one of those people that can just look at a knitting pattern and see how it will knit up in her head. So skilled and talented. And she's also designed some of her own knitwear designs, and there was a sample of a t-shirt in the store hanging up, and I was immediately drawn to it, and it was a design that she was actually releasing that day. So it's called the Mist Tee, and it's made with this yarn. This is the Ito Kinu yarn. This is a Japanese brand that I always see in yarn stores, but I've never actually like looked at properly. This is 100% silk. 100% silk. It is so soft, and even softer knit up in that t-shirt. So I ended up getting 2 cones of this to make the Mist Tee. I chose this really beautiful kind of dark coppery brown with lots of specks of tweed in it. It's kind of got orange, red and kind of blue purple bits of tweed in, and the colour I got was gold oak. It was £12, and for £12 you get 425 metres. Such a beautiful lace weight yarn. I feel like this would be a great thing to hold with another yarn instead of a mohair, just to up the gauge and also stop the pilling and just add like a bit of luxury into any garment. I cannot wait to knit up the Mist Tee. I tried it on, it was so soft and just the most perfect kind of all year round t-shirt. I feel like this would be a summer staple in my wardrobe, and I've never knit with a yarn kind of like this before, so cannot wait. And my final purchase was 5 balls of this. I'm so excited about this one as well because it's Issachar, and I've only ever used their yarn once before, and it's just a bit of luxury, isn't it? So this is the Issachar Soft Fine yarn, and I got the colourway E4S, and it's such a pretty fluffy brown yarn on a kind of white thread. I think this will knit up so beautifully, like a mulled kind of look. This yarn I've never used before, but it's 63% alpaca, 26% silk and 11% yak, and I think you can just imagine how soft that is. So in 25 grams you get 150 meters. I've got enough of this to make a jumper. I was either thinking Cumulus blouse, which is a pattern by Petite that I've wanted to make for a really long time. I could also make Woozy by Celine's Mercedes sweater, which is a nice kind of open gauge top. I've kind of got enough to experiment with, so I'm really looking forward to adding this into my stash and seeing what I feel like casting on at some point in the near future. It's so soft. What an amazing haul. I feel like I did so well with my yarn purchases. That's 4 projects worth of yarn pretty much. My other balls are in my wardrobe. I've hidden them in there. This vlog might be a bit of a long one, but I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to go downstairs now and make a cup of my favourite tea. We're going to pour some genmaicha, and then I've actually taken the afternoon off work to work on my own knit bandana pattern because I really want to get this up and out ASAP. So that's what we're doing today. I feel like it's getting dark so early these days. It makes me so sad. I'm like sitting in the dark. Basically, can you see this massive tripod next to me? I've just hooked this into the table to try and film like a bird's eye shot of my hands knitting my bandana, because I want to include some like video instructions into my pattern if there are any beginners that are wanting to do this pattern. And it's a lacework pattern, so it's not that beginner friendly, so I just wanted to include a little video. My nails are so bad at the moment. I don't know if you can see them, but they're starting to chip and they're really grown out. This video that I've just filmed is just going to go in the pattern for the test knitters, in case any test knitters are complete beginners. But for the actual video that will be going out to anyone that buys the pattern in the future, I'm getting my nails done next week so I can do it slightly nicer. Yeah, I've just taken the afternoon to work on this pattern. It's going really well. I'm using this really bright blue kind of petrol shade from Drop Spell, which I think will go really nice in my hair. But it is after 5 o'clock now, so I think I'm going to stop and kind of wind down for the evening. Also dismount this tripod that is right in my face. I'm really hoping to get this pattern out ASAP. Now that I've figured my pattern out, I'm so much happier with it. Maybe I'll do a video about the bandana. Would anyone like to see that? And just all the iterations of the previous ones and how I've got to this final piece, because I've made so many different little tweaks and changes, and I think finally I'm at a place where I'm really happy with it now. I don't think it could get any better than this. So cute. I don't know, 20 more rows and then it will be done. Oh, it's gonna look so cute. Hey guys, it's Saturday today. G and I have had a really nice morning. We met up with one of my friends. We kind of went on a little double date. Basically, one of my friends is going to be house sitting for us next month when we are away on holiday. So we just wanted to introduce her to Maurice, and she's a fellow knitter, so I got to see what project she's working on. She's currently knitting the port jacket by Ozetta, which is actually on my list as well. And then since then we've just been home, and I think I'm finally done on the jumper I've been knitting. So this is sweater number 14 by My Favourite Things Knitwear. Oh my god, I've got so many balls of yarn on the go. But I think I'm so nearly there now, and I am so happy to have got this done in time for our holiday. Put you there, you might be able to see a bit better. So I'm just trying to work out, I think maybe the back needs 2 more rows, and then I just need to bind everything off. And then she's done. But I feel like I've been working on this jumper for so long. I've actually been timing how long it's been taking me to knit this, so that series will be up on my Instagram soon. But yeah, I am so happy with how this is looking. I think I'm quite happy with the length there as well. I don't really want it being much longer than that. So tonight we're off to the theatre. My parents got me tickets for my birthday to see a new production of Dracula in Hammersmith. It's at the Lyric Theatre in Hammersmith, and I love vampires. I love the whole tale of Dracula by Bram Stoker, but this is a different reinterpretation I think from someone else's perspective in the book, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that. I'm just packing my bag with a couple of knits. I'm taking 2 projects with me just because I think I'm about to finish one. I am making one of my friends a little baby hat because she's about to give birth in a couple of months. So I'm using 2 strands of yarn. I'm using Drops Charisma and Drops Fiesta. This one's like a tonal one. I think it's called Washed Denim, and this is just a baby blue. And the pattern I'm using is a free pattern called the Cabled Baby Hat. I'll leave it down below. So it's got some cables and some nice panels, and it's so cute, but I feel like this is way too big for a baby's head, especially because it's ribbing as well. It's just going to stretch. So this is either going to be a really good success or it's going to be too big for a baby. But if I have time, I might make another. I also have another friend who's also having a boy very soon, so I think maybe I'll be able to get another hat out of this yarn, maybe, hopefully. And I'm also going to take my Winter Smiles hat using Drops Air. I've been working on this for about a year. I haven't worked on it in ages though. But right, we need to go, so let me pack my bag and we can head out. Today is Sunday and we're doing something slightly different with our Sunday today. So one of our favourite event spaces or restaurants or bars or somewhere to just go with a friend after work and lounge at, have a cocktail, is called Bourne and Hollingsworth in Farringdon kind of area. And they are hosting an event. I think they do it once a month. Sorry, I'm just looking at my phone to find the proper details of it because I think it's going to be hard to explain. But it's called the Sunday Papers Live, and it's basically like a day of live talks, and there's like a crafty section, roast dinners, and you don't find out what the talks are until I think a couple of weeks before. It sounded like a really interesting day out, so I feel like it's going to be quite smart. The talks on today are quite political and societal, but I think it will be a super cultured way to spend a Sunday in London. So I'll leave the website down below. There's also like a crossword section. So the talks on today is Nick Foster talking about how to think about our future, a barrister talking about the earth, some music from a guy called Saeed Gadir, the Halfway Kid, transforming the politics of housing. It sounds super interesting. So you just pay for a ticket and then you can go and drop in whenever you want, listen to the talks, maybe meet some like-minded people, and that's how we're spending our Sunday. So I've got on an outfit that I feel like is quite apt for today. I found this shirt in a charity shop a couple of weeks ago. It's old Zara, but it's like a smart blue pinstripe shirt and it's kind of cropped, so it's kind of like fun but smart. And I've teamed it with my high-waisted barrel leg jeans from Uniqlo and my loafers. And I put my hair back because I should probably wash it at some point. So the talk is at Bourne and Hollingsworth in Farringdon, but I need some yarn for a project, so we're going to pop to Angel first and we're going to go to Loop, which is one of my favourite yarn stores in London. It's so cool in there. We're not going to spend much time in there because we've got to get to this event, so I do know what yarn I'm getting and I hope they have it in stock. So yeah, I'll take you to Loop. That'll be quite fun. I've also got some knitting projects in my bag today, quite a few. I've got like 3 projects in my bag to take with me because it's the kind of place where you can like take a little project, something to knit on whilst you're listening to the talks, which I really like the idea of as well. We're in Angel and we've found the cutest little Japanese tea room. So whilst I go and shop for yarn, G's gonna wait in here, and I've ordered a hot chicha latte, which I'm so excited about. This is so cute. Whoa, what's that? Mochi? Wow, look at this. Ooh. Whoa, that smells really good. How cute is this? roast dinner. Very good. Hey team, I hope you're well. I didn't vlog yesterday because I was just working at home all day. It was super boring. But today is Tuesday, and Tuesday is the day that I go to my circus class. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that for the past 15 years or so I've been doing trapeze as a little hobby, and it is so fun, such a good way to keep you strong and fit. I go to the National Centre for Circus Arts in Shoreditch, and it's just so great. I've made some really good friends there, and it's always just so nice to get out of the house and move my body. I've been filming quite a lot of content today for Instagram, trying to just tick things off my to-do list. I always feel before I go on holiday that just stress of everything that I've got to do before I go. So I've been really trying to work through my to-do list, and it's going well. I'm just gonna have a coffee break. I'm gonna make some coffee in a second, but because I've been filming some knitting content for Instagram, whilst I'm at it, I thought I'd quickly wind up this huge ball of yarn. It's like the size of my head into some more manageable ball-sized yarns. So I said the other day that I'm making a couple of baby hats at the moment because 2 of my friends are giving birth to baby boys very soon, and one of them is complete. This is so cute, but I don't spend that much time with babies. Like, I have no idea how big a baby head normally is when they first come out of the womb. Is this too big? Like, this looks massive. It looks massive, but then when you like put it up next to my head, it looks very small. So it should be fine, right? I haven't blocked it yet. I think I'm gonna finish the second before I block this. It is super cute. I'm really happy with how this one came out, and I kind of like that as the baby gets older, like, I think they'll still be able to wear it even with the like ribbon folded down. I think it's quite a versatile little hat. Like, I feel like it's got a lot of stretch to it, so hopefully this will fit a newborn freshly born baby. Fingers crossed. This ball is from Yarn Smiths. I think it's their Merino DK, and it's so affordable. I think this was like £3, and it's like a 200-gram ball of yarn, which is great. It's also superwash, I think, so good for sticking in the washing machine. That's why I thought it would be good for babies. Just sitting here winding this up into more manageable balls. I can take it on the train with me, and also I think I'm going to hold this yarn double, so I might do 2 separate like balls of this. We're just going to just winding for a sec. I'm just making an AeroPress. I'm having to like invert my AeroPress using a different method, which is fine because mine is quite old and it leaks. Like, it leaks the coffee through too quickly. Like, there's a gap, so it doesn't get to brew enough, which is really annoying. I do it this way, but it's always a bit petrifying because then you have to like flip it around. I'll show you. I also never know how much coffee to put in there. And actually, I might let it sit like that for a while because as soon as I flip it, it's going to start draining. Does anyone else use an AeroPress? It is the best invention. Like, if you're a coffee fan, AeroPress is the way to go. It's so much quicker than a cafetiere, and it's so much easier to clean up than a cafetiere. And then what you do is you go... I feel like I'm going to get this everywhere. You go like that, and then you go like that. I did it! Is it leaking? Yeah. Beautiful cup of coffee right there. To clean it, it's so quick. You just take the cap off, and then it's pretty much clean. You can just rinse it. It's so much easier than having to like scoop grounds out of a cafetiere. My trapeze class last night was so good. I feel like I'm at that time in my cycle where I'm feeling really strong and confident in my abilities and able to push myself a little bit more. I think actually one of the biggest things that I've tried to change in the last month or so that has really helped is like understanding where I am in my cycle and how that will impact my mood and my abilities just day to day. I track my periods on an app called Clue. I use a free version, but it's just really good for kind of knowing what to expect when, because I used to, like in my luteal phase, I used to wake up and feel miserable and then feel so depressed for like a week and a half, and I used to really get annoyed at myself for that. And I wasn't very strong, I wasn't very good at exercise, I had no motivation, I just wanted to snack, and I used to really beat myself up because of that. But now I understand that that time of the month I just need to be a bit kinder to myself and not put so much pressure on myself to like snap out of it or be in a good mood or eat really healthy. And I've been trying to plan exercise around that time of the month a little bit different. So instead of doing Pelotons, I'll do some like at-home yoga or at-home Pilates, just to like listen to my body more. That's something I've been doing over the last couple of months that I think has really helped kind of mental health, and yeah, I feel like I'm seeing a difference now. I am off to meet my sister. We are going to get our nails done. Nice little hump day Wednesday treat. My sister normally goes with my mum to get her nails done, but my mum's on holiday at the moment, so I am volunteering as tribute to go with my sister for a little bit of a girly lunch date, nail date. I have like peeled my last set of gels off and my nails are in such bad condition. They are so short and so like thin, but I'm thinking maybe like a nice burgundy red autumnal manicure today. I've also got a beauty event this afternoon, this evening, so I'll take you along to that as well. I forgot to bring my microphone out, but I'm on my way to my event this evening. It's a Charlotte Tilbury event for their new Christmas collection, and I have a feeling Celine Dion is going to be there. We shall see. But I'm walking along the embankment, and this might be my favourite view of London. Do you guys see the Oxo Tower there? G and I went there on our second date. And you've got Cleopatra's Needle behind those trees. How mad is it that there's a bit of ancient Egypt just in the centre of London? That is madness. And I love the sphinxes protecting it either side. What a beautiful day, man.
And pillow talk. I mean, everyone needs pillow talk in their lifetime, and you can give it to the octogenarians.
I'm home from my event. It was like so many faces there that I knew from the kind of beauty blogger world. It's always so weird as well seeing people follow online in the flesh. And that also that I know, but I still feel weird about going up and saying hi to. Charlotte Tilbury was there herself. Celine Dion, who I thought would be there because she's the face of their Christmas campaign, wasn't there. But it was still a very fun evening. Seeing the new products. They've got a new fragrance out this winter. They've got some really beautiful gifting out as well, which I just think Charlotte Tilbury presents are really nice gifts to give. When my bestie Rianne got married, I gifted her like a Charlotte Tilbury pillow talk lip kit set with like the lipstick and the nude lip liner, because it's just like a staple that just suits everyone. I had a really nice evening. Jean cooked me dinner and I've just been sitting on the sofa knitting since, quite tired. But I can't remember if I spoke to you about this project that I'm working on, but Oh my god, I'm loving this project so much. If I've already mentioned this, I'll have to cut this bit out, but I'm on like a mission at the moment to make my dream winter accessory wardrobe, and I really want like a two-toned hat. And I found this pattern by Rose Knitwear. It's called the Escher beanie, and I'm just having the most fun knitting this. It's a really addictive little stitch pattern. It's like slip stitches and ribbing, and when it's like this it kind of looks boring, but when it's stretched, which it will be when I wear it, look how cool that looks. That looks so damn cool. Babe, look how cool that looks. Such a fun little stitch. And then on the wrong side it looks like this. So I've just got to the point where this is the brim, and now I'm working it kind of backwards so it'll fold in on itself and work its way out over this way. But yeah, I'm just loving working on this pattern so far. I casted it on Sunday, so it hasn't been that long, but I've already made a little bit of progress. I'm using Drops in the Pool in 2 colours. I'm using an off-white cream and then the medium brown. These together. Oh, and also look at my new nails. I went for a really pretty kind of autumnal orangey toned red. I can't stop looking at my nails now, in awe of how pretty they look, because normally I don't have nice pretty nails, but they're very short, so I do want to grow them just a tiny bit. Yeah, I'm just going to do maybe one more row. So technically this has been slightly over a week because today's now Tuesday. I should have ended this vlog on Friday, but I didn't. G's got a bit of a cold and I feel like I'm coming down with it, and so we literally just spent the weekend resting. But I have some knitting updates before I sign off this vlog. Both of my baby hats are now finished, so I am about to block these, and then once they're dry I can post them to my friends who are having baby boys. I really hope these fit. So cute. I kind of messed up the pattern on this one, but tried to style it out. It's supposed to be cable and then a stockinette, cable, stockinette, but I did like 3 in a row by accident. But yeah, I'm gonna block these now. Oh, also I finished this hat. I finished my Escher beanie. This literally took me a week. Such a quick knit. Granted, I haven't been working on any other kind of big projects. It's mainly just been accessories this week, which is very unlike me, but I'm hesitant to start something new, like a big project, until we get back from our holiday in New York. So I am so excited to have finished this in time for my holiday. I'm just about to block this too. I kind of do think I want to stretch it a bit when I block it, because in the project pictures it sits a bit higher up on her head, and I would really like that for mine too. So I think I am going to block it and stretch it out a bit, but I love this hat so much. It's my new favourite hat. I cannot wait to make more of these. I'm trying to work out what colour combination I would like next. I was thinking maybe something less contrasty, like maybe a black and a grey, a dark grey. Would that look cool, or would that just like miss out all this cool detail? But I have loved working on this pattern, so I highly recommend. I'm going to say goodbye now, but I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed it, and let me know if you like this kind of vlog format, or if you miss my old weekly vlogs without so much heavy knitting in it. Lots of love, guys.